Good, thank you, Joe.
Yes, got more, agony at the death. Has that killed effectively your survival hopes, do you think?
No chance. Absolutely no chance. The difference today was a decision at the end which I didn't agree with, and the difference today was the final kick of the game. We've not won. And your question to me would have been very different if we managed to get the 3 points, and the narrative would have been very different. And what was last week the same from everyone in terms of the loss, and we was dead and buried in the space of a week. The question would have been very different, or the opinions of people would have been very different. So this team has shown throughout this season that we can win games. We can come to big football clubs against very, very big teams and get results and get performances. So 6 points, I think the difference is tonight, and that's why, of course, there's belief. Of course, it can't. If something can change that quick, or people's opinions, or how we see it, then why would there not be? So yeah, of course, we're disappointed. I'm gutted. I'm absolutely gutted. And the last 2 weeks have been a real kick in terms of that. But we, as always, you wake up tomorrow morning, goes back on, and we go again. And we keep fighting. We keep trying to pick up points, which I know we can. I know where this team are falling short. I know where we've fallen short. But certainly, in saying that, there's also a team and a group of players here that can win games. So with 5 left, that's our aim, and that's what we're going to do.
13 points though, dropped away from home in winning positions on the road more than any other team, Scott, in the Premier League.
Yeah, but also some points gained. Leicester away, Liverpool away, Everton away, today away against a top team in the last kick, and a decision which I don't agree with, like I said. When you're a team like us, of course, you're going to always come under stress and come under certain points in games, and hence that's why we are where we are in the division. That's 6 points just for the moment in time. There's still a lot of football to be played for us, and I know there's only 5 games, but there's still football to be played, and we'll remain that belief, and we'll keep going.
On what you were saying about that decision at the end, I saw you speaking to Craig Pawson at full time. What was the discussion? What point did he make about that, the equaliser?
I don't think Craig was too sure. Obviously, it happened so quick for Craig on the pitch. I know the linesman obviously was speaking and saying there was a guy in an offside position. And what I'm confused with is that player is 2 yards away from my keeper, and he's 3 yards away from the goal line. And the ramifications of his position affects my keeper. We've got the best keeper in the division bar none in terms of controlling his box, being and around his box. He doesn't know that holding and standing offside position, so he has to react from that. He has to react. If he isn't there, I suspect that my keeper comes and collects, brings it into his body, and the ball never reaches the back post. But because he's standing offside position, the ramifications of defenders' positioning, of keepers' positioning, is affected. I know now what will be said. I know now it will be that he didn't attempt to play the ball. It's an irrelevance whether he attempted to play the ball. When someone's 2 yards away from the goal, players are reacting in milliseconds. They're making decisions in tiny decisions, and that's my point really. So maybe by the letter of the law, maybe by a statement, what comes out, it's the correct decision. But deep down, we've all been in football. I've played football for a long time. I don't think it is.
To follow up on that, it felt quite similar to the incident at West Ham. I think when there was an offside in the build-up to the play. Have you had any sort of clarity from Premier League or anyone about the rule and whether it can be changed?
Yeah, and that's exactly it, Pete. It's exactly the same as the West Ham in terms of the player attempts to go for the ball. That in that case, so even more so, that's definitely an offside, because my defender then has to head the ball. He's in an offside position. If he's not standing there, my defender then sees the ball fly and can deal with it. So the player in the offside position has gained an advantage, but it's an illegal move from the opposition player. And the ramifications of that is my defender in that case has had to head the ball under pressure, back foot. He doesn't know he's in an offside position. He's got to play out the action. And it's exactly the same today. Exactly the same scenario today. My keeper, he's 2 yards away from the goal. My keeper's desperate. He needs to save it. He doesn't know. And because he's standing in an offside position, has he gained an advantage? Have Arsenal gained an advantage for him being in an offside position? But it's gone right across the face of our goal with a player standing there ready to tap it in. Well, he definitely has. I don't know how we can say he's not. But the letter of law will probably be, oh, he's not in the sight of my keeper. Oh, he's not attempted to go for the ball. In my eyes, that's an irrelevance. It's an irrelevance. He's gained an advantage for being in an offside position, and there's a consequence from that. The consequences from that is positioning of the keeper, positioning maybe of defenders, the keeper having to be desperate and parry it rather than just, if he's not there, collecting it maybe. And these are all things that I don't understand. It's something what we all need to do as coaches. We'll probably have to coach it. Just stand players offside. And yeah, it's something now what's entering our game, which is probably very new and something I'm not used to, but we'll have to look into it.
The performance today, it was slow sort of first half. I think both teams, there was a lack of tempo, but once the team got ahead, how did you think the team did from that point as well?
Yeah, I thought the first half it was a little bit slow, to be fair. I thought both teams they have quality. Arsenal have huge quality. We knew that. We were going to have to be really resilient today. We were going to have to be dogged at times, and when we get our moment, take them. And we got our moment and took it. And then even that, the longer the game went on, I thought we defended very, very well. We limited them, felt like they were getting frustrated, limited them to very few chances. But then, yeah, of course, the decision in my eyes, and obviously the way it panned out was disappointing. So,
basically, the indifference between the home form and the away form this season is what I want to ask you about. Fulham seems to be playing a lot with more confidence and more belief away from home. I've been to a few away games this season. I mean, I thought today they really had that confidence. But the form at Craven Cottage seems to be the main focal point. How do you explain that?
Yeah, it's a hard one to explain. And it's clear, you're right, our home form has not been good enough. And there's some remaining games where we need to put that right. Putting my finger on it, I'm not sure. I honestly am not sure exactly why that is the case. And certainly something that we're trying to fix and trying to look into. And whether it's the dynamics of games away from home and the way the game pans out, maybe I'm not 100% sure. But in saying that, on the flip side, our away form has been very good. And our away form has kept us in with a real fighting chance this season. And so yeah, it's something to look into, but to give you a real solid answer on it, yeah, I can't do that.